Okay, over
Well,
you.
do you want to go with me first?
No, I'm going
Where
with
were
you
you
right
at 7
now.
o'clock this
I'm going
morning?
with you right
Where
now.
were you at 7 o'clock this morning?
You need to answer that, Spud.
I was riding.
No, you weren't. Well, you were at Sandringham Footy Club
Oh, no.
I was there.
with your
Actually.
beautiful daughters, Keely, Danielle, and Chelsea. Were you?
Oh, no.
Yes or
some
no?
other people as well.
Yep.
I was there.
Was Nathan Burke there with you as well?
Yeah.
With his beautiful daughters as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Look,
Not
the
easy.
way I've had this put to me is the Herald Sun is doing a story
You just said
tomorrow.
you were
guys.
riding, Spud. You
Yeah,
just
but
ease that out pretty
So
quick.
you've lied about that, Spud. You've lied
well, I
about your
rode
whereabouts.
after it.
Oh,
I probably got the timing wrong.
right.
Jim, this is the way I've
Yes.
had it put to me. The Herald Sun wants to do a story on the daughters of the famous St Kilda people.
Don't
Yes.
tell me.
Danny Frawley and Nathan Burke. And a good story with what's going on with women's footy. And they're
Yeah,
going to play
brilliant.
football next year in some form.
Let's face it, yesterday's heroes, though.
They may be, maybe not Nathan, but Spud is. But for some reason, Jim, the way I've had it told to me is this man somehow got himself front and square in the photo
No,
that will
no,
be in the
wedged
Herald Sun
yourself
tomorrow.
into the
When you
photo.
weren't asked to be there.
You're not capitalising on your daughter's athletic ability, are you, Spud?
Are you, Spud?
I might have milked it.
Oh, Spud! What is wrong
This
with
is
you?
horrendous.
You weren't invited to be in this photo.
Well, I was there, and they said, "Do you want to come in?" And like Brian, I
It's
thought,
not
"What do? You got to get in the photo
You just
somehow."
happened to be there.
it's not about you.
I dropped them off, and I was sitting there, and the photographer said, "Well, why don't you jump in it as well?" I don't think it'll
It's
end
It's
up in
about
the sun.
Keely, Danielle, and
Anyway,
Chelsea.
You went to
That's
the
enough.
trouble of riding your bike.
That was
there
about
on
as
Paul.
funny as a kick in the pills, Warrior. Now, you've got a show apparently.
Oh, good.
Warrior.
I've got this.
You've got a show called the Breadboard or the
yes.
Cutting Board or something. This podcast thing with Hutchie. Is that
Sounding
right?
board, number one on iTunes, Spud.
Yeah. Well, you continually.
No, it is BT, don't
Yeah.
worry.
So what do you do now when you ask Warrior? Yeah, I'm going well. By the way, I've got the number one iTunes iPod podcast, whatever it is, the Breadboard. Now,
Whoopie-doo.
Breadboard.
it's the sounding board, real riveting stuff, Brian. Apparently, it's going well, and good luck to you. It's well done.
What
But
do you do?
Riveting stuff.
I would call it the Dermot board. Let's have a listen to some of the enlightening things about Warrior talking about other people.
I have noticed I'm being defiant. I had Ghost written. What I did and made sure I did when I did, I chose not to. I actually did a couple for Ron Barassi going
Barassi?
way back. Lou Richards even. I can go first. And I sit on stories. I couldn't have. What I did though, I now will sit on. I'm fascinated. I was with you. I reckon I was onto it before it became big on TV. I didn't think I needed a reality check, but I don't like talk about myself, as you know, as a rule.
Reality check?
That's just from 10 minutes.
You don't need a reality check. If that's not a reality check, nothing is you. You've imploded up your own skinny ass. What? Reality check? It's not all about you. Oh, no. A podcast is all about you.
Oh no!
What makes matters worse, Brian? It gets worse.
Oh, no, there's no more.
The
Please.
last
Can't get
2
worse.
minutes, JB. Have a listen to some of his pastimes, and who would care about him anyway?
I do like the slow cook things in the winter.
Like what?
Like an osso bucco, for instance. Or, what are you laughing at that
really?
for? Yeah.
You cook an osso bucco.
A nice 5-6 hour sort of slow cook in a Le Creuset pan. It's magnificent.
What else do you got?
No one gives a stuff what you cook. Absolute stuff. I'll watch Master Rules on Channel 6. Master Rules, that cooking show. And what's his name? Heston Bloomingfield. Heston, if I want to know about cooking, I'll watch Heston Bloomingfield. Ozzo Bucco. You are
He's got the trumpets out.
first for the year. You're golden trumpeted, mate.
Now, just
Actually, I
You
probably
are
deserve
kidding
it after
yourself.
hearing that
You're
playback.
kidding-